Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fresh Podcast. My name is Rodrigo. As always, I'm your host. I'm here with Aaryan. And today we will talk about football because it's a sport we both like. It's a sport everyone in our group likes. However, we are only two of us today because everyone else has already left for the holidays.
That's kind of sad, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. So it's pretty empty here, but we stuck here for today and we're going to do the podcast. So, Aaryan, what can you tell me about football? What teams do you support, first of all? What team do you support?
I grew up in Germany and in Bavaria specifically. So Bayern Munich, of course, the big team. That's my favorite team.
Munich.
Bayern.
You're a bit of a mainstream guy, right?
Mainstream. I've been following Bayern since they finished 4th in 2011.
That's yeah. I follow. I don't follow any team. I wouldn't say I'm a fan of any teams, but at least from Argentina, because I'm Argentinian, of course. At least from Argentina, I like River Plate. I know most people like Boca, so you're mostly probably our audience likes Boca more than River. However, I'm sorry guys, but it's River over Boca for me at least.
I mean, Ezequiel Palacio. You guys do have some decent players.
Yeah, right now it's not bad.
Well, Palacios kind of left, so
that's
amazing.
I probably think we have the best team in Argentina. And one of the best. I'm sure about that. That's just facts.
Boca fans are gonna be salty.
That's just facts, bro. Like even if you wanna discuss about it, just facts. It's just facts. And maybe even from South America, even
you guys did lose the Copa
we
Libertadores.
lost against Flamengo because Flamengo have a good team as well.
Gabigol.
Gabigol is a good player. Yeah. So.
I mean, today I think.
Do you have any predictions on this year's top leagues? At least for me. We're here in England, of course, in the UK. So for me, in the Premier League, I think Liverpool are going to take it.
Jurgen Klopp is running away with this year. I mean, the point difference is already incredible, and Man City has dropped a bunch of points.
Yeah, they have.
Leicester's the only one. Leicester's the only thing standing between us.
However, Leicester are playing Man City this weekend, and at Manchester, you know.
Ooh.
So it might be a tough game for them. And if they manage to win against Manchester, they might still have a chance of winning the Premier League or catching up to Liverpool. But so far, I don't really think it's going to happen. And for me, at least, probably Liverpool are going to take it.
Liverpool fans might want to cover their ears for this one. I hope they don't slip.
Oh, no.
Steven Gerrard knows a thing or two about slipping.
Steven Gerrard. So, yeah, that's the Premier League. And you are, as you said, you support Bayern.
The Bundesliga.
Do you think Bayern are going to win this year?
Yeah, I 100% think that they're going to come back after the shock start that we had. We're third place right now, and we've been playing pretty decent football. Not gonna lie, especially looking at the Champions League, for example, 7-2 against Tottenham.
Yeah, maybe the Champions League you might be doing good if
but the
you
league
don't
is also
bottle it like you did last year.
Well, that wasn't our fault. We lost to the eventual winners. Like, what are you gonna do about it? We did lose to Liverpool, and we didn't bottle it. We were never in the league.
For me, in the Bundesliga, it's pretty tough to tell right now. But I think that maybe if RB Leipzig they keep playing like they are,
hopefully not.
They keep playing like they are playing. They might be able to grab the trophy this year. And I personally hope they do because it's a league where just one team wins every year is just a boring league. It's not a league worth watching.
I mean,
even though right now the league is pretty interesting, the Bundesliga is pretty interesting right now. I personally think if Bayern win again, it's just not very interesting. Then
Lewandowski's playing out of his mind this year.
Of course, but he's
19 goals in 16 games.
He's not the only one.
I mean, Gnabry's been playing amazing too.
You have Timo Werner who's just behind him.
That's true as well. 18. No one talk. He doesn't get enough credit for how good he is at Leipzig.
He's very good, and I think he's gonna be bought this year as well.
He's gonna beat who?
He's gonna get the transfer this year.
Transfer to where?
Chelsea.
He just signed a 4-year extension though. He just signed a 4-year extension.
But Chelsea wants to buy him.
Everyone wants to buy Timo Werner. Bayern wants to buy Timo Werner, and you know when Bayern comes knocking at a German team's door, they normally leave with the result in hand.
That might be true, yeah. So yeah, that's for the Bundesliga.
And recently announced Leroy Sané wants to join Bayern, confirmed, and potentially already in January.
That's not bad.
I mean, if that happens, Bayern are stacked at the wing spot.
Yeah, they are pretty much. They have Coutinho. They have
Perisic. Coman,
but Coman's injured, so yeah.
Gnabry, of course.
Doesn't he play in the right wing?
Yeah, but still, I mean.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, as I said before, that's for the Bundesliga. Then for the Serie A, it's actually pretty tough this year.
It's a tough one.
You have 3 teams this year, I think, that may be able to grab the trophy. as always, Juventus. But I hope they don't win it this year, because it's like the same thing in Bundesliga. They always win the Serie A. So I hope this year, as we said before, we have three teams, which are Inter, Juventus, and Lazio.
Lazio, the surprise package in my opinion. Ciro Immobile, 16 goals, 17 games.
Yes,
Again,
not bad.
Lewandowski is overshadowing all these strikers, though, even though they're also playing amazing.
But I think this year it might be for Inter. I think Inter have a very good team. They have developed a very good team.
I mean, you're biased.
And Conte's a pretty good manager as well. I also like other teams in Italy, but I personally think that at least this year it might be between Inter, Juventus, Lazio, and I hope that Inter wins this year. And I think they're probably gonna win it this year, because Lukaku is playing pretty decently. Lautaro Martinez as well.
And good. Alexis Sanchez, surprisingly.
Sanchez, I don't think he's playing. Okay. I don't know if he's playing very good. I don't even know if he's playing at all.
Better than he did at Man United. He scored 2 goals in like 3 minutes or so.
Of course, but I mean everyone is doing very bad at Man United right now, so it's.
Oh yeah, it's a bit of a pardon my French shit show.
It's a bit sad, but whatever. Then okay, so back to so what are your predictions for the Serie A?
For the Serie A, I agree with you 100% that it's going to be Juventus, Inter, or Lazio. But I definitely think Juventus has the edge on this one, because CR7 does not know how to lose. He cannot take a loss. And when he came for like that jump yesterday against Sampdoria, I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, it was a crazy
jump. He jumped
like
3 meters in the air.
It was a very
the guy is 34,
jump,
but he's so athletic. And I don't see him letting Juventus not win the league this year.
Yeah.
Especially when Inter Milan is the competition. Like, no offense, but he's fended off competition like Atletico and Barcelona when they had their best teams. I think Inter Milan is gonna be an easy clap for him.
Maybe, yeah. And then the top leagues, Ligue 1. I think for Ligue 1 it's pretty much PSG. However, this year Marseille are not that behind PSG. It's not like last year that there was a huge difference between the two of them. Like
Lille was second last year, right, or something?
Yeah, they were second. They were like 15 points behind PSG. But this year, at least, the difference is between how much points? 7 points. Okay.
And PSG has a game in hand already. So
okay.
So 10 points potentially.
10 points potentially, but I personally think that Marseille still have a chance. It's pretty much like at the Premier League. It's a very similar scenario. However, PSG have a way better team than than Marseille. So yeah, probably PSG. They have very good players. They have Mbappe.
What is your opinion about Mauro Icardi potentially not signing on for PSG because apparently his wife doesn't like it there?
I don't personally like his wife.
Well, because of whole Maxi Rodriguez.
No, I don't care about that. I really don't care about that. I don't mind Icardi. I think he's a good player. He has a lot of talent. However, his wife as his manager was a very poor choice from his part.
That is true.
Because that woman doesn't know about football. And also like she's not the smartest person ever. So
all right, that's your opinion on that.
It is my opinion, bro. It is my opinion.
Fair. And then the big one.
Some people may disagree with me on that point, but I think it's just like that. And then the La Liga. It's very tight right now. It's between Real and Barcelona.
As it always is,
of course. And they had the Clásico, which was apparently very boring.
The most boring game ever.
I didn't watch the game, but apparently it was not that good. Real were doing pretty bad last year, but this year
randomly this year Getafe are in 4th place.
They're not looking very bad this year,
which is incredible.
But I think Barcelona are gonna win it.
But Barcelona has been letting points drop left, right, and center. When we saw against Real Sociedad, for example, how they did not manage to get the win there.
Still, Real Sociedad are a very bad team, so it's.
I mean, Real Madrid has also not been the best. They didn't have a great start to the year either.
No, but right now they're good. They're getting better. Like their players are starting to come back to their usual level, so it's looking good for them. However, I still think that Barcelona are gonna win it this year.
That's a perfectly fair prediction.
And then about Champions League, that's more interesting. I think that this year.
Well, let's go first from who you think is gonna pass from the draw right now. So I mean, Chelsea, Bayern, for example. I'm gonna just start off with that. I think Bayern has got it. Chelsea's been too.
I don't know. It's pretty hard to predict, because last year's Champions League has been very hard to predict.
That is also true.
Have had some interesting match games and interesting results, so you can't really tell. But personally, I would like Chelsea to win that match.
Oh, come on!
I like Chelsea.
You said you like Tottenham. How can you like Chelsea and Tottenham?
I like both teams, bro.
That's ridiculous.
They're both teams
Glory
that I
hunter.
respect.
What a glory hunter.
However, from an objective point of view, probably Bayern has a better team, so they're probably gonna win.
100%.
Then
Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund against PSG.
I think PSG's got the quality.
If PSG plays like they usually play, they're probably gonna win because at least from the group stage they were amazing. So I can see them winning that game.
And I mean, credits to Dortmund for making it this far, especially with the tight competition they had in the group of death with Inter and Barcelona.
I don't really know how Dortmund managed to do that yet, but
it was. I mean, the first match really got to them when they drew against Barcelona. That was the most important one.
Then Real Madrid against Man City. That's an interesting one. I think that Man City are gonna get the win. Like both teams are very high quality, but I think that Man City work better as a team, so they're probably gonna win it.
But it fully depends on Man City's defense health because right now they're dwindling on Laporte even.
Or Fernandinho as a center back.
as a center back. I mean,
he's not bad, but
if they lose one more defender, I think Real Madrid will grab it. No questions asked. Because the year that Benzema's been having as well after Ronaldo left, has skyrocketed.
It's crazy.
And then
Atalanta versus Valencia.
It's a little bit of a.
I think Atalanta may win that one because Atalanta are a team that scores a lot. They score a lot of goals, and they have some good players as well. Like they have Muriel, they have Papu Gomez and Ilicic, who's a very good player. So I personally think that it's gonna be for Atalanta, even though Valencia are not a very bad team. I think that
they're pretty decent. I mean, I don't think they're at the level.
I lean more on thinking that Atalanta will win.
I don't think. I mean, the way Atalanta started their Champions League.
Yeah, but still, they still managed to go through, man.
I don't know. Their away form hasn't been amazing either.
Atletico, Liverpool. I think Liverpool are gonna win that one.
I think
because
so.
Atletico have not been very good this year, and they lost Griezmann, of course. So that was a big loss for them. So I personally believe that this year is gonna be for Liverpool.
It depends on how well Joao Felix and Diego Costa can play. I don't know if Diego Costa is actually still injured.
I don't know, but I probably think that game at least is gonna be for.
That's a delicious one. That's
for Liverpool.
Interesting.
Then Chelsea, Bayern, as we discussed. Lyon, Juventus.
I don't think there's any competition here. It's Juventus.
I'm more thinking about Juventus there.
Now this is an interesting one.
Tottenham, RB Leipzig.
I think that's where an upset will happen. I think this is RB Leipzig in this case will take it because Tottenham does not know how to play the Gegenpress.
I think Spurs are gonna win that one.
Spurs,
no doubts about it.
No, I have a major doubt about Spurs winning that because their defense cannot cope with the front three of RB Leipzig.
They have Mourinho. He knows how to win Champions Leagues.
Great.
And he probably has a strategy planned for that game.
Well, so does Julian Nagelsmann. Do you think he wouldn't prepare for Tottenham? And the Bundesliga also gets a winter break, so their players are going to be more fresh than the Spurs players.
Maybe like the Spurs, like Spurs may do some signings during the holidays.
You think Daniel Levy is gonna get on the checkbook? That's so cute. They're never gonna sign anyone during the winter.
And then the final game, which is Napoli against Barcelona. I mean, I like Napoli and everything, but I think Barcelona
have too much quality. Messi, Suarez, Griezmann, Ousmane Dembele. Even if
when Messi leaves, Barcelona is gonna be like Real.
Wow.
It's gonna be like Real, like when Cristiano left. It's gonna be a similar season, I think, because Messi without Barcelona, I have seen some games of Messi, Barcelona without Messi, and it's just not the same team. It looks like a completely different team.
What about top goal scorer in the Champions League though? I think if Bayern make it through to even the semifinals, I think Lewandowski's got as he's playing right now with 10. How many goals did he have? He has like 10 goals this season in the Champions League, as far as I remember. That's a pretty crazy statistic. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's not that. I think, maybe Lewandowski if Bayern managed to defeat Chelsea, but if not, it's hard actually. Maybe if Messi turns up, as he usually does, maybe Messi. Or either Messi or Lewandowski, which are I think the two players who are playing the best right now.
I mean,
or even maybe if PSG actually manage to pull through, maybe Mbappe.
Nah, I doubt it. I think PSG is overrated right now. Harry Kane is
Harry Kane as well.
Goals.
He might be.
Depends how far Spurs make it.
I think the Spurs are gonna make it pretty far. This season. Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely not. This is more of a rebuilding season for them. As Mourinho already said that I don't think we're gonna compete for the Champions League this year, but next year definitely. And if they do make signings in the summer and in the winter, maybe even they will skyrocket to a next level until Mourinho obviously hits his third season where they'll where they'll eventually crash and burn.
Where it all goes down, like in Man United, they
Everywhere, every club he's been at.
well. So yeah, I think that's our prediction so far.
I mean, I'm very excited for what the rest of the year holds in football, at least.
Yeah, this will be a very, very interesting year for football. 2020 is going to be a very good year for football. So yeah, guys, as always, thank you for turning up. Just as always, leave us your comments.
Like, share,
so
subscribe.
we're already on our fourth podcast, but we always appreciate the feedback. Follow our social media, which is fresh.podcast at Instagram, Fresh Podcast OK at Twitter, and we also have a SoundCloud. And this podcast is probably going to be appear on Spotify at some point. It may already be up on Spotify when you're listening to this, so just check it if it is.
Yeah, it's normally on Spotify before it's out on YouTube.
Yeah, let's hope it is.
No, it always is.
It will. It's gonna be there. And yeah, as always, thank you, and see you the next time.
Thank you.